There we go. Much better. Now let's share again. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So, what if you guys you could take those hours that you are already on your social media, right? And what if you could turn those hours into a little extra income while also feeling better physically, whether that's getting better sleep, whether that is having more energy. Any exhausted moms on here? I'm a mom of 3 boys, and I can tell you that I lived most of my life exhausted. Didn't matter how much sleep I got, it didn't matter what time I went to bed. I was exhausted all the time. And I feel like a lot of us, we are just, you know, we are told that that's just the way of life, right? If you're a mom, if you're a spouse, if you work full time, you're just going to be tired. You're going to get up tired. You're going to go to bed tired. You're going to be tired all day. And you're just going to go through the grind, right? And you are going to just, that's how life is. You start it over again, right? Kind of like Groundhog Day. But that's not the case. And you don't have to live like that. Okay, so on your screen here, this was actually me when I started these products. Okay, I have lost about 105 pounds with these natural products by just adding them into my normal life. You can see I'm here at the gym. I didn't actually even start going to the gym until February when I was almost at my goal weight. And so these, you can say these products have definitely been a game changer for me. But I've also been able to start sharing and helping other people when I realized, oh my gosh, these products are helping me so much. There's a lot of other people in my same situation that could use these products. And I started sharing my story. And what happened was I was able to actually turn that time that I was spending on social media, because I was in that 5, 7, 9 hour, right? Because all in the pockets of your time, I was able to turn that into extra income for our family, which has been huge. Okay, let's see, y'all. Next up. So, why this and why now? Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about a few game changing products. One of the biggest ones is our GLP-1 product. Okay, and no, it's not a tirzepatide, it's not a semaglutide, it's not a shot, it's not a medication. But it's an all natural plant based product that actually helps your body make its own GLP-1. GLP-1 in itself, we all know, is a huge, I hate to call it a trend right now, right? But it is a trend. You can't scroll that social media without seeing something about GLP-1, whether it's a supplement, whether it's a shot, whether it's a medication. There's a million out there. I will say ours, and Mike is going to talk a little bit more about it, and you're going to hear a couple stories about people that are using this, but ours has recently just won what's called the Golden Stevie Award, which is a really prestigious international health award that thousands and thousands of products from all of the well-known companies that you have heard of were submitted, and our daily health system, which is our GLP-1 focused plant-based product, that one won the Golden Stevie Award, which is a huge, huge honor. It's been featured in numerous magazine articles and Business Wire, so many different places, because it's giving people a natural solution for their weight loss. And again, not just a band-aid for it, but actually a solution to fixing their body internally. All right, Mike is going to tell you a little bit about her story with these products and her husband's, and a little bit about how it works.
Hi guys, welcome. I'm so excited to chat with you guys tonight. Like Heidi said, my name is Micah. I have been using Ternot products since November of 2024. So I would consider myself still a newbie, but I am super excited to share with you my journey, but also my favorite products. I also am a business owner of myself, so being able to share with you guys how I've been able to incorporate this in my business that I already currently have. And I can tell you, I don't have a lot of free time. Like Heidi, we're extremely busy. I'm a mom. Wife. I own a boutique. I print t-shirts 8 hours a day. I am extremely busy, and I have been able to find the time in my day to be able to share these products to help others, and obviously help myself too, which is why we started in the first place. So I have been an associate of Turnot since February. So I did not start selling, and that was not really the reason I started this business. It was because of the products. I was just so tired of being miserable all the time. I was so extremely bloated. I was inflamed. I had extremely high cortisol levels. I have PCOS. I don't know if that's something that any of you guys struggle with, but all of that together, on top of being an extremely busy business owner, my stress levels were through the roof. I was just so tired of being miserable all the time. I knew what was wrong with me, but I could not find anything to fix what was going on. And so when I started seeing some of my friends post about these products, what really intrigued me was it wasn't just about weight loss, it was about really fixing what was going on internally for me. That really spoke to me because obviously I wanted to lose a few pounds, but that wasn't my main focus. I just wanted to feel good again. I did not sleep well through the night. I had terrible insomnia. My energy levels, I was tired all the time. And like I said, I was so inflamed and bloated that no matter what I ate, no matter what I took, no matter what diet I did, what exercise I did, I was miserable. And so when I found these products, I didn't care if I lost 1 pound. I just wanted to feel good. So that is where I was. And so I started this November, and Activate and Transform, which is the daily health system that Katie just mentioned. Those were the two products I took for my first 3 months of taking these products. I did not take anything else. My husband did not either. That was our only two things we took. And so what I love is that knowing that that is all we took, that is all we changed. We were not dieting, we were not exercising. That is the only things we changed. And we had so much improvement in our overall health and the way we looked in our first 3 months. So do you have the slide of the daily health system by chance?
I will share it. Yep, absolutely. All righty. There we go.
Okay, so this is the daily health system. This is our core two products that I can tell you for me personally. If you come to me and you're like, I need help with bloating, inflammation, weight loss, hormones, cravings, all the things, this is what I'm going to tell you. And I will tell everyone, if you start anywhere at all, this is where you need to start. This is not just a weight loss product. Like I said, it does so much to actually help fix what is going on internally. And then all of those different things will happen, like the weight loss, like the no cravings, the food noise, the inflammation, the bloating, all of that together. Like you're going to feel like a whole new person in just a short amount of time, which is so insane that I'll let my husband share his story because mine and his are completely different. But we took the exact same products and we both had two totally different things going on, and we had two different results, which I think is great because it actually helped what we needed for our own bodies. So for me, I can tell you that I have lost 21 pounds since November. I have lost 4 pant sizes. I went from a 7 to a 0. But on top of all of that, I've never felt this good in my entire adult life. And I tell people that all the time. And when you have felt so miserable for so long and you finally feel good again, you are just like, you want to tell everyone, like you want every single person to feel like you because you remember how miserable you were. And so when you see us shouting from the rooftops and literally repeating ourselves, it's not because we're just trying to get everyone and their mom to buy a product from us. We truly just feel that amazing. And we just want everyone else to feel that way. And I can tell you for me personally, I was like really nervous to start selling something. One, because I wanted to make sure I believed in the product myself. And if I wanted to offer it to my customers and my friends and family, I wanted it to be something that I could really feel good about. And so when I finally just was like, you know what, today's the day I'm going to share the products. Maybe this will help somebody else. Maybe there's someone out there that feels like me and needs this. You know, I thought, I say this all the time, I thought it was just normal to not feel good. Like that was just the norm. And so now that we are on the other side, you realize that you don't just have to be like, oh, I'm getting older. Oh, my hormones are all jacked up. This is just part of being a mom. We're just supposed to feel tired all the time. It doesn't have to be like that. It's not normal to not feel normal, even though that felt normal. That felt like that was the normal because that's what society tells you that is the normal, but it's not normal. And there is something better. And so this is such a great place to start that will help, you know, fix all of those different things going on inside of you. Like Heidi said, the activate portion of the daily health system is the natural GLP-1. It is a drink. You mix it. I personally, if I'm mixing it by itself, I would mix it in like 12 ounces of water. You drink it first thing in the morning. It tastes good. It's a hibiscus citrus flavor. It tastes like a tropical, a lot of people compare it to passion fruit Starbucks tea. If you've ever had that, it's not super sweet, but it does have a fruity flavor. And so it's super easy to drink first thing in the morning. And then the transform portion of the daily health system is a capsule you take once before your core meals. I would say that I tell people lunch and dinner because that's when most people are eating their core meals. It's where you are going to be eating things that are heavy in sugar and in carbs. And so, yep, there is my picture and my husband right there on the, okay, I don't know if y'all's screen looks exactly like mine. Or if we're mirrored, but it is on my left hand side, so you can see where my changes were, where we both started in November. These are not even our most current photos. These are probably like 2 or 3 months ago, but you can see, where I struggled was in my midsection. My husband too, with his bloating, inflammation. My face was like I got stung by a bee because my cortisol was so awful. And so the transform portion of the daily health system, that is something that is so, so important. We actually just did a really awesome demonstration a few weeks ago with Heidi and Chris. We did a really fun live together, and you can take the transform capsule to explain to you how this works. We took a transform capsule, we put it into water with a piece of bread. Okay. And then we did a piece of bread and water just by itself, nothing in it. We let them both sit for 2 hours. So we've got bread sitting by itself, nothing in it. And then we've got bread with this transform capsule inside that's just been sitting. After 2 hours, the bread that had the transform capsule sprinkled in, it literally disintegrated into like little pieces of bread. The one that did not have anything in it, it did not change. It literally was just a white piece of bread, nothing there. Just that's what it's doing to your digestion, y'all. That thing ain't digesting. That white bread, it's just sitting there. It's making you full, bloated. Makes your blood sugar spike, like you want to take a nap after you eat all those carbs. And so what I love is we can literally eat whatever we want and we don't feel guilty about it, because that transform pill, y'all, it is life-changing, because you can take that pill, it keeps your blood sugars level, and they've actually done a study. There's documents we have on the website. When you go to the transform actual product, it'll show you that study that they did where they took people's blood sugar without the transform, eating a meal, and then eating the same meal with the transform capsule, and you can see the blood sugar changes where they did not take the product. Their blood sugar literally was doing this, and then it crashes. When you took the transform, their blood sugar stayed level, because what it's doing is it's turning your carbs and your sugars into fiber, and so it is helping you break down all of those heavy carbs, break down that sugar that's hard on your body, which ends up being belly fat somewhere along the way. And so that both those two benefits together, you will feel great after you eat. You don't feel bloated. You don't feel overly full. You don't feel like you need to go take a nap. You are just have like the same energy all throughout your day. And so that is so amazing. Both of those two products together really help with energy, helps with weight loss, metabolism, curb your cravings. It helps with food noise. For me, my biggest issue was I was a sugar fanatic. I ate sugar, I never missed dessert. I mean, I'm telling you, it was like I lived on sugar. And now I do not want sugar at all. I very rarely eat sugar. If I do, I eat a few bites of sugar of like dessert or whatever, you know. It's not because I am forcing myself not to eat it. My body no longer craves that. And so what I love is I tell people the products really do the work for you. Like you don't feel like you're missing out because it just totally changes the way you mentally think about food. You're not thinking about food in between meals. The food noise is gone. I don't snack anymore. I actually have not drank alcohol since February because the products have just made me not want to drink alcohol. And so there's just so many amazing benefits that are not just on the scale, which is what I love. And so I want my husband to share his story about the daily health system because his is a little different than mine. And so I want him to give you his little tidbit. And a lot of people think these are just for women. And so I love to share, men's stories because they think they see so many women doing it and it's the same benefits for men. Theirs is just, they don't have the hormone issues and different things like we do, but it still works for men the same way as it works for women. So take it away.
So I have 3 big wins with my Trinot products that I was taking. The first one is I had acid reflux and indigestion really bad. I had to take a Tums or whatever it was every day before starting this, and instantly on day 1 with Transform and Enrich.
No, activate.
All of it. All of it really helped me. On day 1, I could notice a difference, and I haven't taken anything since then, and it's been a blessing.
Yeah, 7 months, and he hasn't
7
taken
months
any type of Tums or indigestion, acid reflux,
which is
anything
great
like
because I
that.
don't want to be popping pills the rest of my life, but prescription pills. The second one is my blood pressure, and that's also a testament to the Activate. I had high blood pressure going into one of my DOT certifications, and I had to do that for my driving for my job. And then I went and revisited about 3-4 months later, and it went significantly down. I'm a healthy human now.
Yeah, his blood pressure is normal range now.
Yeah, it's a lot better. The third one is the energy. The energy level was so noticeable that because I was addicted to caffeine drinks and energy drinks, and I could tell you that when I started drinking the Activate, I could tell right off the bat that I had sustained energy throughout the day, and it wasn't like a jolt of energy. It was just like, I don't need anything else. I feel really alert. When we added creatine, that's my favorite product. Not only for muscles, but also I can definitely notice the brain function. Like I get up really early in the morning and I got to be ready to go to drive pretty far, and I got to be able to use my head and count and do certain things and think a lot. But I can tell you the creatine, I noticed a big difference taking that product for the brain function.
Yeah, for the brain fog, it's real. What's crazy about him and I is that he has only lost 6 pounds on the products, but he looks like he's lost about 20 pounds. If you saw the pictures that Heidi showed earlier, he's only lost 6 pounds on the scale. I have lost 21 pounds and lost 4 pant sizes. And I look like I've lost 21 pounds. So that's one thing I always tell people is take your pictures. The scale isn't always going to show everything. Everyone loses differently. Everyone loses body fat differently. And so just because your scale may only show a few pounds, take those pictures. I can guarantee you those changes are happening in your body.
The scale didn't move.
Yeah, for him, I mean, he's still only
ever.
lost 6 pounds, but he looks like he's lost 20 pounds. So
I recently started dropping numbers here, like in the past couple of months, but the first 5 months it didn't move.
Yeah, so that's really cool. Okay, we're gonna talk about Glow Collagen. Y'all, I think Heidi mentioned the other day, I asked her, I was like, what was the original product? And she said, I think it was Glow. Is that correct? Do we know that for sure? You're muted.
I know it was one of the original ones, that one and Enrich for sure. Enrich was
Okay.
the original.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, this is one of the like OG products. So the Glow Collagen, so this right here, you're seeing it as the liquid version. We have two versions of the Glow Collagen, not to be confused with Glow and Glow M. And also Glow M comes in a liquid, so then it's just like super, you're like, oh my God, did I get the right one? They're all amazing, so you can't go wrong. But the Glow Collagen is like, I tell people the liquid is like the Glow powder on steroids, because it has a lot of, they do have similar benefits, but they're not the same product. I don't know, for anyone that might be, familiar with collagen, there's 3 different types of collagen. And so the Glow liquid collagen is a type 1 collagen, which is the most like what your body produces. So that's, it responds to that really well. Also, the Glow liquid, one of my favorite things about it is that it has 10 grams of protein per serving, which is like a lot. If you're someone that is really paying attention to getting enough protein in, that's something I talk to a lot of my customers about, having a high protein diet, because if you're taking the daily health system, you're probably eating less than you normally would eat on a regular basis. And so if you're really focusing on getting your protein in, it's going to help keep you fuller longer. It's going to help with you losing belly fat, body fat. And so also obviously help your muscles. That's what everyone thinks of when they think of protein. But with this being 10 grams, like I try and get 100 grams of protein a day. I mean, 10, that's crazy. Like I can get 10% of that and just one little, like we take a shot at night and that's it. But it's also so amazing for hair, skin, and nails. I can tell you, I go to the hair salon every week to get my hair curled and washed like an old lady. And my hairdresser told me, she's like, I cannot believe how much your hair grows every week. Like she notices me being there every week. She notices because I have extensions, so she can tell how much it's grown out. And then of course my roots. And she's just like, it's crazy how much it's growing. And then also I can tell you, I broke one of my nails today, and my nail underneath, my real nail, did not break. Like, and it broke like way down here. And so for the fact that my nail did not break at all, and it was like, I touched it and I was like, oh my gosh, it's like sturdy, like this thing ain't going nowhere. That just goes to really show you how amazing that these products help your hair, skin, and nails. But on top of that, the liquid collagen helps with joint health. So if you're someone that struggles with inflammation, joint pain, I can tell you I have had chronic shoulder and neck pain since like probably my first adult job, because I used to work sitting at a desk, answering phones, typing on my computer all day. And so I have had chronic neck and shoulder pain for years and years and years. And so that's something that if you are someone that struggles with internal inflammation, this product can be really amazing for you. And then also the amount of peptides that come in this liquid, it's 11 peptides, I believe is what it is. And that's like an extremely high number. Heidi can probably give you a little more information on this, but I know that they created this product from a formula of a burn victims hospital, correct?
Correct. Yeah, this formula actually it was developed to be used in hospital burn units for burn patients to help regrow their skin. And so it's a very, very powerful collagen for the hair, skin, and nails, but really, really for what it does internally with those joints and that internal with your organs and rebuilding muscle. And I use it for chronic back pain, and it's done wonders for me for that. But I know we have someone on here too that is going to share a little bit about her story because she has an amazing experience with Glow. Miss Brittany, are you on here?
Brittany.
Mute. Hi.
There you
Yes. Sorry.
Okay, so y'all, this is Brittany. Brittany is one of my amazing downline associates. This is her first month, like full month actually, like associate or not, but she's been a customer since April. Okay, so Brittany, I really want her to share her story because she has an amazing glow testimony, but she also has an amazing DHS testimony. And what I love about her story is it's so out of the norm of like her results. And then also Brittany actually came from taking the weight loss shots, and she lost quite a few of her pounds originally from her journey that she's had going, you know, for several months. She took the weight loss shots, so she can kind of give you her journey of doing the shots, getting off, starting these products, and what they have done for her and her health. So go ahead, Brittany. Let's hear it.
Hi, everybody. So I started the shots in May of 23. And within 6 months on the shots, I lost like 60 pounds. And then I stayed on them off and on for another year and lost some more. And I lost a total of 80. And then I got off of the shots probably officially in around March. And then I watched Micah. I saw her post everything, but I always still had bloating. Like it was just something I mean, losing 80 pounds, you don't realize, like once you get to that point, you're like, oh, but I've lost so much weight. And so it's hard to, but you still see yourself as what you were 80 pounds prior to that. So I knew I had lost weight, and I thought a lot of it was just in my head still, that I was just still seeing what wasn't there anymore. But I always would feel really bloated, and my stomach would hurt after every time I ate. It didn't matter what I ate, I would be bloated and tired, and I would just feel miserable. And so I saw Micah post, and I got on the products in April, and from April to June, I only did the Activate and the Transform. I lost no weight. I actually gained about 3 to 5 pounds, but I had increased my calories because I was not nutritionally healthy. And so I was trying to get the nutrients I needed so that my body could start to get back to where it was, because I lost all my hair. It had fallen out in handfuls. It looked like I had got a haircut. My hair used to be to the middle of my back. And by the time I got extensions a year ago, I had like nothing left. It was just thin. I always have thin hair, but it looked like there was no volume, like it was just very, very, very bad. And so I got extensions and I wore them for a year. And I took them out in May, end of May. No, I took them out in June, right before I started selling the products. And since June, in June, I got on Glow, and I got on the creatine, and I got on the Zest, and I bought Mojo. I started Enrich. Like I added the protein, I added a lot more, but the Glow M alone allowed my hair to grow faster. It's fuller, it's healthier, and it looks completely different than it did a month ago when I had the extensions taken out. So that's my Glow M. Like I fully 100% believe in that just alone for the hair, but I had loose skin that it's helped tighten up. I had lost all my muscle tone from taking the shots, which I did not realize that you will lose the muscle mass. Like it kind of eats away at your muscle. And so the creatine has helped me build that up. And I don't work out. I don't go to the gym, but I can tell a difference in just how the strength that I feel like I have more, the way my body is filled out more, my legs have filled out more. And so that's that. As far as not losing weight, I've lost several inches in my abdomen, in my belly. I have what they call the apron belly, and that has gone significantly down in just since using the products in April. And that's just the weight loss, body changing aspect of it. I have a whole nother health side of it also. So I don't know if you want me to share that part.
That's amazing. Thank you, Brittany. And yeah, that's why I love these products so much, is that everybody's story is different because all of our bodies are so different in what they need to be healthy, right? It's not just about the scale, it's not just about the numbers, it's about, the losing the apron belly, it's about the feeling better, it's about the hair growth, it's about so many different things. And with this product line, there is 30 different products, and no, we're not going to touch on all of them tonight, we'd be on for hours, but there's 30 different products, and there is a solution for pretty much anything that you may be struggling with health wise. I'm going to share my screen again really quick, and we're going to go through a couple of the other products, and then we're going to talk a little bit about how you can use these products, right? And also be able to earn some extra money at the same time. It's kind of like this cool concept of getting paid to get healthy. When I heard that, I was like, wait, I can use the products that I'm going to use anyways and be able to share about them, help other people also get healthy, and also be able to earn extra income for my family all at the same time. I'm like, yes, please. It's helped a lot of different families. All right, so that being said, y'all, let's share our screen again. These are just some of the before and afters from some of our Glow collagens. You can see what they do for skin and hair and so many different things.
Can I tell y'all real quick a really weird benefit for me for Glow? And y'all are
Yeah.
gonna like, you're gonna be like, what in the world when I tell you this? Okay. But if you're someone that struggles with your bladder, okay, as a mom, I don't know how many of y'all are moms, but if you are a mom that when you sneeze, laugh, anything of that, and you tinkle, okay, I know that's a lot. If you're one of those moms, okay, that was me. I literally, if I sneezed, oh, I was like crossing my legs, like, oh my God, please don't, like don't let it dribble down my leg. Okay. I found some other testimonies on the testimonial group, which we'll touch on in a little bit, about bladder control and help build up your bladder from the Glow. I do not have to cross my legs when I sneeze anymore, y'all. That is insane. I know that that sounds crazy, but I mean, that's been something I've struggled with since Riley was born, And I mean, I know that sounds silly, but that's a crazy benefit. So
That's amazing. Yeah, absolutely. I think all of us moms can relate to that for sure. Maybe not the
okay.
dads on here, but
Yeah,
definitely
the moms are like, I get you, girl.
Absolutely. Okay, let's talk about Enrich. I know people were asking in the chats. We briefly highlighted it. Blaine mentioned how he had gotten rid of his acid reflux and heartburn from these products, and I too have gotten rid of 13-year acid reflux and heartburn because of these products, and specifically because of this one called Enrich. What it is in basic, it's full of living enzymes. It's a pre and probiotic. And what it does is simple. You take it before your meals, and it helps break down your food almost simultaneously to when you're eating. And so what that does for your body is your food does not end up in a lump in your stomach, because most of the time when we eat, if you've ever had that after eating bloat, discomfort, indigestion, you know, all the different things where you feel like you need to unbutton your pants and you did not even eat that much, I want you to drop a 1 in the comments. I guarantee you all of us have had that feeling, and it's not fun, right? It's not fun. This product is going to help alleviate that. Okay. So you're going to alleviate that after eating discomfort, because what happens is this product breaks down your food into a state that's, number one, easier for your body to pull out the actual good for you nutrition and let your body absorb it, but also put it into a state where it's much easier to move through your body and avoid ever getting stuck in your stomach unprocessed. Because that's what happens when you normally eat, is that food takes so much time to process and digest that it sits there and it can cause problems. That's where the digestion problems come from, the acid reflux, the heartburn, because it's sitting there and it's just sitting there causing issues, right? And so this helps you avoid all of that. And no, it does not send you running to the bathroom. I'm going to squash that right now. In fact, it will help alleviate and regulate either end of the spectrum to that. It is absolutely incredible. I swear this is a product that every single person needs. I will not eat a meal without this. Our boys, we have 3 boys, and they are obsessed with it. They will not eat a meal without it. For my husband that here's with me too, he could not eat Italian food, which is one of our family's favorites, without having to rush to the bathroom. If y'all know that feeling, right? Where those foods just upset your stomach, where you're like, I love these foods, but I really don't know if I can eat them without causing turmoil, right? This has helped him be able to eat those foods he loves without having to ever rush to the bathroom since starting this product. Our gut is our second brain. Who's heard that, right? And so when you can get your gut healthy and get it actually working right and processing your food right and digesting your food right, everything can change. It can affect everything else that goes on in your body, from your sleep to your weight gain to your inability to lose weight to your hair loss to your skin issues to pain levels to inflammation to pretty much everything. So if you get your gut in order, then everything else will usually start to fix. So this was again the first product that the company came out with, and it still remains one of the most commonly ordered, loved, people cannot be without products that there is in the line. Now, that being said, we've got to talk just a little bit about some of our newer products. Clear Plus and Clear, there's two different options, are an amazing protein that just came out in March. And the things I love about this protein is, who's ever had a protein drink and you kind of stray away from them because usually they cause your stomach to be a little upset, they make you feel bloated, they're chalky, they're hard to get down, they're frothy, and you're like, what am I even drinking? Am I drinking like a whole bunch of foam, or what is this, right? But I need to get my protein in. That was me. I tried, in fact, we have a whole refrigerator full of some protein drinks that I'm like, oh, I'm going to try these. And I drink one and I'm like, never again, never again. Okay, so I was so ecstatic when this product came out. This is a clear protein, number one, which means that it is not a milky, frothy, chalky protein. It is clear like apple juice. It tastes like a fresh juiced strawberry, if that was a thing, right? And it gives you 20 grams of protein with only 90 calories. That is huge. Okay. No stomach upset, no bloat. There is no seed oils in this. I dare you to go out and compare and start reading some labels of all the well known, even the cleanest of the protein drinks, and almost all of them have seed oils. What seed oils tend to do is cause inflammation in your body. They cause stomach upset. They cause bloat. There is no seed oils in this. So you're not going to ever have that feeling after drinking this. You're just going to get the benefits. There's also an energy option, the Clear Plus, with this one, which I absolutely love, especially in those afternoons when you want the cookies and the crackers and the soda and the coffee because you are dragging and you need to go lay down and take a nap or eat some snacks, right? And this is going to help alleviate all of that because it also helps curb that afternoon cravings and curb that afternoon snacking and give you that energy to get through the rest of your day and be able to get home from your family and still have that energy to cook dinner and spend some time with your kids. It is one of my most favorite products in this line. Now, creatine. Blaine and Micah both mentioned a little bit about this one. I'm also obsessed with this one. I always thought that creatine was just for bodybuilders, and that was not me. And that's not most people, right? But I always thought it was something that you walked into GNC, right? And it's that aisle that you never go down that has all the protein stuff and all this. And I'm like, nope, that's just the bodybuilder aisle. That's not for me. I was not a gym goer until this last February. And when this product came out in March, I'm like, okay. And when I started learning more about it, what I found was, number one, this creatine is different than what you'll find anywhere else. It is a cognitive creatine, meaning that it's not only going to help strengthen your body, it's not only going to help you build lean muscle, it's not only going to help lean out your body, but it's also going to do those same things for your mind and your brain. So it's going to help strengthen your brain per se. Okay. It's going to help fuel it. It's going to help you think clearer. It's going to give you more focus. It's going to get rid of that brain fog. It's going to boost your memory, all of those things. And guess what? It's also going to help preserve that strength in your body and that strength in your mind as you age, which is really important because nobody wants to be, the older person that can't pick up a jug of milk okay, and can't think straight, and starts to lose those memories that none of us want to forget, right? And so this is going to help preserve as well as build right now that strength in both your body and your mind. Again, definitely one of my favorite products. For her, Mike is going to touch a little bit on this one. I absolutely love this one too. I am not in the menopause era. And I know we're running short on time and we don't want to keep you guys all night. Okay. So we're going to touch briefly, and then I promise you, we are going to talk about a little bit about how you can also earn while also using these products. But this one is making huge waves right now because menopause is a thing, right? If you are a woman, right? And for the men on here, I'm sorry, but if you're a woman, it is inevitable, okay, that you are going to go through this, but nobody wants the symptoms. You don't want the hot flashes and the night sweats and the moodiness and all of those things. And guess what? I don't think your spouse wants them either. Okay. So for me, I'm not in that stage yet, but personally, this one has helped regulate my cycles for the first time in my entire life. Lighten my cycles, get rid of PMS. So at whatever stage you are with your hormones, this product with scientifically proven ingredients is doing wonders for women and getting their hormones balanced without having to add extra hormones to their routine. Micah, you want to share a little about your
Yeah,
experience?
so I just want to give like a couple little things. So for
Yeah.
me, I can tell you, I've been taking this since April because that's when this product came out. I used to have hot flashes and night sweats every night. Within my first month of taking the product, I no longer had night sweats or hot flashes. I can also tell you that having PCOS, one of the struggles is having extremely heavy periods, and that was a really big thing for me my entire life since I was a teenager. And for the first time, my cycles are regulated. Like Heidi said, for her, they are normal now. So that's like an amazing feeling for me. Also, she mentioned there is a trademarked ingredient in the for her. It's called Estro G100, and that is a tri blend of Chinese herbs. I won't give you all the details and all of that, but I've done a lot of research on that myself. There's actually studies and research that was done on that product, and I did the research myself. I can tell you, in short, they did a 12-week study with that core ingredient Estro G100, and they did a 12-week study, and within the 12 weeks of the women that did the study, 96% of the women saw improvement in their hormones and their different things that they were struggling with. So I thought that was huge. To say 96, that's a huge number. That's almost perfect. And then also one more thing I wanted to share about that. I was doing a call with a new customer this week, and she was telling me she can't have anything with hormones or anything because she was a breast cancer survivor. And so she's wanting something to help her hormones and her menopause symptoms, but she can't have anything with hormones in it. And so I mentioned to her about the For Her, and she ended up buying it. But I said, there's this ingredient in there. And she said, is it Estro G100? She knew what it was. And I said, yes, it is. And she said, I've heard about it because she said I'm sorry, I'm not like, I don't know the organizations, but she was saying that it was a breast cancer organization. Oh, it's called Circle of Hope or Hope, something of Hope. She said that they had talked about that Estro G100 being something that they are now starting to, I guess, kind of recommend to women that had breast cancer in their organization. So I just thought that was really cool because I feel like there's not a lot of information out there about help with menopause and things like that. So for someone to actually know what that was, I just thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I love that too. And I agree. I think it is giving people an option that don't want to go down the hormone route, right? To be able to get rid of those symptoms and control their hormone levels without going down that avenue. So definitely a great product. If you are a woman, trust me, you are going to love this one. Okay, testimony group, you guys. So if you've loved a lot of what you've heard about this, we actually have a really cool group that Micah is going to touch on really quickly about how you can get added into that.
So we have two testimony groups. One has about 160,000 people in it. One, I believe, has about 20,000 people in it. And all it is literally testimony after testimony. You can see here on the screen that they're just showing all of the different testimonies. But what's so great about it is you can get in that group. You can use the search tool, which you can see at the top of the right-hand corner of the little magnifying glass. You type in there whatever you're struggling with, whatever your ailments are, and you can type that in and you will find so many different posts about what they took, what their results were. If you're wanting to get added to those group, get back with the person that invited you to this Zoom, and we can get you added to those groups, because there is literally something for everything out there. And whatever it is, I mean, psoriasis, high blood pressure, cholesterol, you name it, it's in there, and we can help you with that.
Absolutely. Yes. I love those groups. And I will tell you, be prepared to spend hours in there, because it's absolutely amazing what you'll find in our Look Good, Feel Good group. And again, yes, get back to the person that invited you to this, and they can get you added to that group, and you can start reading what everybody, 20,000 people, are experiencing with these products. Okay. So, how do you, like we said, turn your scroll, that time you're spending on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all of those things, and how can you turn that into some extra income for your family, paired with being able to use these products that are going to start transforming your life? Okay, people are buying these products. What I found when I started sharing my story with these products is there are so many people out there that are just like us, that are just like you, that are struggling with the same things, and they don't know where to go. Okay, so when I started sharing my story, I found, oh my gosh, people want these products. So if people want these products, your friends, your family, your coworkers, why can't they get them from you if you're going to be using them anyways? Okay. Monetize your social media. Okay. Our team, okay, has amazing systems where this isn't something that you need to have a big following. You don't need to know all the things. You don't need to be a scientist or a health nut or anything like that. Okay. We have the systems to easily share your story to help the friends and family in your life by just simply using the products yourself and sharing with them. And we have the systems to plug them in, to plug you in, to teach you how to share your story and how for them to order these amazing products and get started too. It's kind of like owning your own franchise, but no startup fees, no crazy costs, no insurances, no employees, no inventory to stock. You get a duplicatable system that, guess what? You can help people do the same thing as you. With a franchise, if you think about the concept of a franchise, what happens is there is somebody, they had this amazing business idea, right? And they let you also have the amazing business idea and have a little piece of it and start sharing about it. Okay. And that's kind of what this concept is, but you don't have any of those normal business costs. Now, there's a few different ways that you can earn. Super simple, kind of like if you're an Amazon affiliate or affiliate for any type of company, you can share a link, people order from you, and you get paid. Okay. This is the same way. Okay. Same as if you were going to share your favorite restaurant with your friends and family. Maybe you went and you had an amazing meal, and you call your best friend and you're like, you have to go give this place a try because I just had the best chicken fried steak and you're going to absolutely love it. Guess what? You don't get paid for that. With this, if you're sharing about these products that you're already loving and using and want to help other people, the company will actually pay you up to $10 per item that somebody orders through your link. As simple as that. There's also a really cool way. Who would like to get rid of your car payment? I want you to drop a 1 in the chat if you would love to get rid of your car payment, right? That's a big expense for a lot of people. Okay. And so this company also has another amazing perk that at the very first rank, okay, you can actually earn a Jeep stipend, where if you choose to get a Jeep, which I've always been obsessed since I was a teenager with the Jeep Wranglers, and now I have one, and my husband also has one too that the company is giving us a Jeep stipend for. In most companies, you hear about like the different cars and whatnot, right? But usually it's you have to be way high up in the company and do crazy things and unattainable. This starts at the very first rank, which we help people earn every single day. Who would love an extra $350 or $500 to be able to use on a brand new Jeep of your dreams, right? Every single month. If that sounds like something you would absolutely love, I want you to drop a 2 in the chat. Here's just a few of the people. There is thousands and thousands and thousands of people in this company that have earned their Jeep, and they are virtually getting paid to drive a Jeep, which is absolutely an amazing perk. Now, there's lots of ways to quick start earn a little bit of money. Okay. So there is launch bonuses. There is a run to Jade bonus. There is multiple different ways that whoever invited you to this call will help you earn in your first 30 days. There's also a really cool perk when those ranks that I talked about, okay? For each different rank, you can actually earn what's almost like a monthly salary, okay? Just by attaining that rank and maintaining it. Okay, I want y'all to look at what's highlighted there in the red and look at those numbers and just dream a little bit. What number on there would make a difference in your life? Would it be an extra 250 bucks that you could use to pay, some bills or those back to school supplies that are coming up next month for all of our kids? Which number on there would make a difference in your life? The thing I love about this company compared to a lot of different companies is there's no crazy percentages. There's nothing like that. It is you hit a certain level, you get paid basically a monthly salary just to maintain that level. And this is our game plan for most new people that decide to do this with us, that decide that they want to not just use the products and feel good for themselves, but also be able to share with other people in their life that also need these products. Okay. And we have a way, like I said, those systems that we talked about as a team, where we can plug you in and we can help you earn almost an extra 1,500 bucks in your first 30 days. If that would help your family an extra $1,500, I want you to drop a 10 in the chat, because I believe that that is worth a 10, right? I know for one, $1,500 can do a lot for a family, especially when you're looking at bills and electricity and rent and mortgages and back to school supplies and kids sports, right? Who comes from a football family? We live in Texas and football is huge here, but it's also really expensive. And so this is a way that we're able to teach you how to earn an extra 1,500 bucks in your first 30 days. Now, the last piece of this, y'all, and probably my most favorite part. I came from a background where and I think a lot of people can resonate with this, I didn't have a whole lot of friends. I wasn't a super social person, right? And so I always felt like there was a piece of my life missing where I felt like I fit in and I felt like, people liked me and I was passionate about the same things and just had those aligned interests. Well, this isn't just a business. It's not just products. My favorite part about this is the community. In this company and in our team, there is the most amazing culture, friendships formed. It's when you find a place where people are all wanting to feel better, they're also wanting to help other people feel better. It's crazy how you come together and you work to grow with each other. For once in my life, I feel like I am part of something, that I matter, and that there's other people that want the same things that I do. There's also amazing trips that you can earn. Right now, there is a trip to Mexico that we're helping people earn every single day for January. There is amazing endless support from our team where you are not doing this alone, whether that's just using your products as a customer, or if you want to dive into the partner opportunity as well, you will never be alone. You will have endless support, resources, and it's truly something that you don't have to have any experience. You don't have to have expertise. You don't have to have knowledge. All you have to do is have a want to feel better physically and be able to earn a little bit of extra to help take some pressure off for your family. Here's just a few of the different events that have happened. We have team events all the time. They are the most fun. We have gone all kinds of different places. Just this year alone, we have been in Utah multiple times. We've been in Punta Cana. We have been in Cancun. We have been in Las Vegas. We have been so many different places. And every time there is just so much fun. It's a perfect blend of getting to learn, getting to share ideas between all the different team members and using that to grow together and truly change your life. Now, just a little bit about this, y'all. I know some of you on here are probably like, I've always wanted to own a business. If you've ever wanted to own your own business, I feel like it's a dream for most people, right? To be your own boss, to own your own business. If that's ever been you, I want you to drop a 2 in the chat. Okay, if you've ever had that dream of owning something for yourself, for working for yourself, for not having to go to a 9 to 5. Okay, I want you to compare just a quick second about how this opportunity compares to starting a traditional business. When you start a traditional business, you have so many costs. We've been business owners, so we know that, of multiple different businesses, and every single time you have, inventory, which is a huge expense. You have websites, you have e-commerce, you have employees, you have trainings, you have marketing, you have branding, you have ads, you have so many different things. Guess what? With this opportunity, you have none of those costs because Trinot, the company that you're partnered with, takes care of all of it for you. Last but not least, if you are ready to get started, you're going to want to reach back out to the person that invited you to this Zoom. There is 3 different options right now of how you can get started with both your products and the partner opportunity to be able to also share about your products as you use them. Okay, sharing your story to also be able to earn. It's like the perfect blend of using the products that you're already going to use and being able to earn some extra money at the same time. My favorite one on here, y'all, is probably the Summer Builder Bundle. That is a special they are doing only this month. So it ends in just a few days at the end of this month. Okay, with that bundle, the Summer Builder Bundle, you are going to save $162 on these products. These are some of the favorite products that we talked about tonight. And you are virtually going to get that partnership for free. You're also going to get a free tumbler, a limited edition tumbler with each of these bundles. They're all great choices. I couldn't love these bundles more. It's the perfect products that you're going to want to start with. But if you like to save money, I would definitely go with this. But I will say this. If you're like, I need all the things, I want that glow collagen, I need some optimize, which we didn't touch on, which is a natural pain reliever. Some of the different things, if you're like, I need to try all these things. This company sounds amazing. These products sound amazing. And yes, they are. This Elite Builder Bundle, y'all, will save you about $425. If you are one where you're like, I need to save the most I can, and I want to try all the things, then this would definitely be the one for you. This one is going to be our starter pack, and that comes with those first 3 core products, the Daily Health System and the Enrich. So if you are ready to get started, I would definitely reach back out to the person that invited you to this Zoom. We cannot wait to welcome you onto the team to help you get started, to work hand in hand with you, and to not just get you started on the products, but to get you started sharing your story and to get you plugged into the systems, the support, the community, everything that you've probably been missing in your life and you really didn't even know. But we are so excited that y'all joined us tonight. Thank you so much for sticking it out with us. And we hope that you got some amazing value from this. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to the person that invited you. And they can answer any of your questions. And welcome to the team. We are excited to get to meet you. All right, y'all, have a good rest of your night, and we will see you next time.